Hold on.
Is it on? Is it on, Daddy?
All right, we're live. Tell them.
Welcome back to Troxel Sports Talk. We are live for
Denver.
Nuggets versus Philadelphia Sixers.
76.
76ers. I'm Princess Troxel. Let's get those likes up. Thanks, y'all.
All right, are you good?
Yeah.
All right. What's going on, everybody? As you heard, let's get those likes up.
Y'all. Y'all.
What's going on, Dwayne Boatwright? What's going on, 2K Plays? Totally forgot to get the chat up, so give me one quick second. And we will be ready to rock.
Can I hear, Daddy? I want to hear Daddy. Can I hear Daddy?
Yeah, just give me one quick second, okay?
Okay.
I gotta set up the chat so I can see everybody.
You're going to see them? Can they see us? Daddy, can they see us?
No, they can't see us. Not yet.
I know,
Dad's gonna get a...
Well, when you get it up, that's what I meant. Thanks, yo. What?
I appreciate that, Dwayne.
Who's the Wayne? That's hard. Boat right.
Oh, let me do something real quick.
Real quick.
All right.
All right. I'm burping. Let's get a burping. What?
You gotta be professional, girl.
I'm
What's going on, Erica? How's it going? What's going on, Hollywood?
What's Hollywood? I'm a professional.
Okay, you gotta be professionals.
I'm looking. Ooh, ow. Professional. Banana.
For all you guys, that is my daughter.
Hey, don't tell them my name. Bad boy. What? No.
Okay, let me go ahead and share this out.
I don't know how to spell snow.
What's going on, mister? Says hi, Troxel and little Troxel. Appreciate that.
Erica? Wait. Hollywood.
Absolutely, Hollywood. Once I hit 1K, I'll be doing the Reaper challenge.
What's a Reaper, Daddy?
A Reaper is the world's hottest pepper.
Ben, you'll be fainted. I'm telling you. Daddy, do I have to keep this note every single day when I do it?
Yep, that's going to be your...
Intro, and I'm going to still
Yep.
live in here.
The only thing that's going to be different is the teams. Okay?
Oh, okay. So you're going to have to write on them.
What's going on, Fishing Essential? What's going on, Maddie? How's it going?
Who's Maddie? Oh, there's Maddie. Mary.
Appreciate that, Erica.
Erica. Erica sounds like a pretty name. What are you trying to do?
All right, I am almost all shared out.
What are you trying to do? Less.
All right, we are back and ready for action. Hollywood says, I feel bad for Grid last night, just a little.
What? Did I laugh? I don't know. I don't know why I break everything.
So it should be getting started here shortly. Absolutely, Hollywood.
Daddy, can I get you ready every day, and can I help you do the intro?
Yeah, you can always help me every day and do the intro.
Okay.
What's going on, Daniel? Says hi, Troxel. Let's go, Sixers.
I'm a sixer because I'm 6 years old.
Eric says hi, Hollywood.
Huh?
2K Play says Thon Maker for MVP.
Don't. Wave. Hi, Daniel. Wave. What does hi, Daniel mean? I don't know what hi means, but I know Daniel is a name. What? Did I crack you up or? I thought I was gonna help them.
2K Play says Troxel, get your daughter a Thon Maker jersey. Absolutely not. I definitely get her a Rashid jersey before a Thon Maker, because Rashid was awesome. Mister says finals week is brutal. I'm kind of getting through it. Basketball is always a way for me to distress. Well, that's what's up. Appreciate you for coming in. Okay, let's get those likes up. Appreciate that, Dwayne. Hollywood says she needs a Niners jersey. That might happen, because I am a fan of the NFL. How about a Darko jersey? No bust in the on the Pistons will she ever wear. She'll wear goats. Erica says, hi, Mini Troxel. What do you want to be when you grow up?
Dude, I don't know. I'll be a doctor. I don't know. I'll be a teacher.
You want to be a teacher?
Yeah.
I thought you wanted to be a vet.
I don't want to be a veterinarian.
Oh, okay. Well, Erica, she says she wants to be a teacher. 2K Play says Darko wasn't a bust. Hey, she could rock a Stanley Johnson jersey.
No.
Because I think we did Stanley dirty.
Wait. I need to know.
Gridiron Blitz is in the building. What's going on, brother? Hey, we could use his defense. My advice is to work very hard, dedicated, and fulfill your dreams. Absolutely, Erica. 2K Play says we have Thon for that. Dwayne says, so Travis, you know there's a lot going on in my life tonight. I'm going to try and get back here for the game. You guys have fun for me. All right, Dwayne. Well, you have a wonderful night, and hopefully you can come back.
Let's go.
Definitely appreciate you, brother.
I've got all my pens. Working.
Gridiron says in pain. Erica says 2K plays, you're a funny dude. Hollywood says how much for the Reaper grid? Okay, hold on. I haven't seen hold on guys, I'll be right back. All right, you guys, I am back. And we are about to kick off. Well, tip off, I should say.
That is not mine. I know you're trying to be cool, but that is not mine.
Hollywood says, where's everyone from? I'm in Cali Bear area. Hollywood, I'm from the great state of Michigan.
What? She actually said that?
Two of the best players in our game with Jokic and also Embiid, but both are off of their career years from a season ago, and one reason why there's a little bit more concern, there are more questions about these two and their teams in terms of whether or not they can truly contend in their respective conferences.
Give us your keys at IGA. It's presented by Cricket Wireless.
Denver right now 1-2 on this 4-game trip. I think they've got to be able to create turnovers and defend the paint. They forced 17 turnovers in that first meeting earlier this season. Embiid had 8 of them. And for Philly, their transition defense, one of the best in the league at getting deflections and getting out and running. And Joel Embiid has got to be better. Only 3 of 13 on post.
Hollywood says $100 grid.
In that first game with those 8 turnovers, he has got to find a way to outplay Jokic here tonight.
2 top 5 defensive teams in the NBA. The Nuggets at 14-7. They had it to 13-3. They've been a streaky team this year. At one point, they had won 6 straight, but they've dropped 4 of their last 5. And as Greg mentioned, they're at the end of a long road trip. It's been a 6-day trip. This is their 4th game in 6 days, and it wraps up here against the Philadelphia 76ers. 2 headliners in the middle will jump it up. Scott Foster will put it in the air. Jokic and Embiid, and the tap belongs to the Denver Nuggets. And away we go here in Philadelphia.
One of the things different about this Nuggets team.
That means the start of the 4th, they'll have the ball.
One of the fastest teams in our league a year ago was Barton able to knock.
All right, there we go.
This year, though, that pace is slowed to a crawl. One of the slowest teams in our league, and a lot of that, I think, is because they're not taking that good defense and turning it into transition opportunities, only averaging 8 fast break points a game, and that's got to improve for this Nuggets basketball team.
Embiid gets off the first shot for the Sixers. You might notice that the Sixers have Josh Richardson back on the floor tonight. Allie's got more on that story, but he is back after missing 6 games with a hamstring injury. Familiar starting 5 for the Denver Nuggets. No starting 5 and no 5-man combo has logged more minutes than this starting 5 for Denver this year. Is Gary Harris with an air ball, and the Philly faithful letting him hear about it.
Yeah, and listen, you know, all the talk about Jokic, and yeah, his numbers are down, but to me, the reason this team hasn't taken another step has been the inconsistency of Harris and the fact that Murray, while he's been solid, he hasn't taken another step either. Almost identical numbers from a season ago, which would be fine if you're in your 10th, 11th year, but when you're a young player, you want to be ascending.
Down the jumper. He's got the first 4. These 2 teams have matched up once this year, back on November 8th. And if you're watching inside the NBA, it had a bit of a controversial finish. Jokic hit the game winner with 1.2 seconds remaining. Then an offensive foul on Embiid gave the ball back to Denver.
All right, there we go.
He's got the hot hand to start it off. He's hit a couple of jumpers, all leaving it 4, just underway on this Tuesday night in Philadelphia. Tobias Harris, size mismatch. Jokic shows, and Embiid, shot fake, draws the contact, and no shot.
Embiid goes to the free throw line for 2.
That was one of Michael Malone's biggest concerns tonight, GA, foul trouble from Jokic.
It's the most difficult thing to guard when you've got a great pump fake, and Embiid has probably the best at that position. Boy, it puts a lot of pressure, especially for bigs, because they're just not comfortable being out defensively on the perimeter to begin with.
Embiid draws nearly 7 fouls per game. He is 6th in the NBA. A little turnaround here, his first miss, and it's Jamal Murray who pulls down the board. Murray and Jokic, the featured combo of the Nuggets. Here's Millsap now. He'll fire up a 3. Millsap's been shooting the ball beautifully this year.
Simmons with the rebound.
48% three-point shooter. In transition. And a lost handle.
Turnover.
Nuggets get it right back.
Got a fast break going.
Fast break opportunity for the Nuggets, and Murray
misses. Jamal Murray misses that.
6'10" point guard, like a freight train coming.
Simmons with the basketball, gives it up to Horford, who gives it back to Simmons.
Post up often, goes right to work on Harris.
And misses the baby
hook. That's part of the issue for the Sixers. 3 different guys have already posted up in this game, and the spacing at times could be an issue for this Sixers team.
Barton, a little scoop is
Will Barton with the lay-in.
Will Barton off to a terrific start. He's got all 6 for the Nuggets.
And then Will Barton in his bag early shows you the nice floater with the offhand on that one. A couple mid-range jumpers. Richardson unable to get that one to fall.
Sure, Josh Richardson will be fighting a little rust as Embiid misses a 3. Jokic pulls down the board.
Jamal Murray brings it up.
Play faster. Michael Malone not
Jokic
so
with the basketball, gives it up
Only
to
Sacramento plays at a slower pace. Here's Barton again.
Ooh, Will Barton with the 3.
Is feeling it tonight in Philly.
All right.
What a start for Barton. He's got all 9 for the Nuggets.
Got it. Very comfortable scoring the basketball.
Ooh, that's nice. Ben Simmons with the nice alley-oop lay-in.
As we will unveil later, GA, Will Barton is wearing a microphone for us tonight. Let that be a lesson for all NBA players.
Will Barton again with the lay-in.
5 for 5 and 11 points.
Boy, how good has he been here early on?
Has scored all 11 points on 5 for 5 shooting.
as good as it gets in our league, and Will Barton having no problems here early on.
Philadelphia's defensive rating currently 5th, 103.3.
Al Horford
is their rating as Horford
misses it.
Too strong with the little mid-range jumper.
And think about that, partner. That's the 4th different post-ups we've seen.
What's going on, partly cloudy?
The Sixers here early, and they're going to get Harris there on the foul. And Will Barton, a professional scorer, a guy that made his name coming off the bench and inserted into that starting lineup, and he has got the complete repertoire offensively. He shoot it off the dribble, off the catch, finishes it well, mid-range. That young man can put it in the basket.
Now in his 8th year from Memphis, here's Millsap on the take, missed at point blank. Horford scurries back. Philadelphia so big, and now Richardson, the smallest man on the floor, had it blocked at the rim. And Richardson goes again, comes up short again. Trying to get back in the flow. Richardson coming back from a hamstring injury. Harris for 3. Nuggets need Gary Harris to start scoring more, knocking down threes. He's a great defender. They need a bit more scoring from him. As we hit
Al
the fourth
Horford with
of the
basketball,
season.
backs it
Matchup
down.
with Horford, good help. Horford gets it back. Opportunity.
Tobias Harris for
Sixers.
3.
Down on
Misses
the floor
it.
is Murray.
Ben Simmons
Clutching
rebounded
his
it.
side or his back. Down
Jokic
in
with
heat
the foul.
as the whistle blows.
I thought he collided
Uh-oh.
with Simmons there. He is still late
Murray's still down.
on the floor.
Jamal Murray is the Nuggets' top scorer, over 18 a game. And he is down and injured. We'll check in on him when we continue.
He's holding that back. What's going on, Heat Patel? Hopefully I said your name right. Says Jokic is greater than Mbaby. What's going on, AT? How's it going, brother? Says let's go Nuggets. Call me HP. I appreciate that. How's it going, HP? I'm going for what do you call it? For the Nuggets. The only person on the Sixers I like is Tobias Harris. He's a former Detroit Piston, and I'm actually a real big Pistons fan. But I like the construction of the Denver Nuggets. Plus, Detroit has a long history with the Sixers. Just so everybody knows that during commercials, I do have to mute the audio, and during copyrighted music. Oh, excuse me. But as soon as the game resumes, I resume the game audio.
Philadelphia tonight, Jamal Murray took a shot from Ben Simmons. Those two collide. And as Murray hit the ground, can't quite tell if it's a hip, a rib, but whatever it is, Jamal Murray heading back to the locker room for the Nuggets.
Yeah, whatever it is, it hurts because he is moving gingerly there. That's a big loss, their leading scorer. Sometimes you forget just how big Ben Simmons is.
Possible.
Free throws for Tobias Harris. Monte Morris will enter.
You know, especially if you know the guys around him,
the Nuggets.
you know, really
so early
blossom.
minutes for Monte Morris.
I definitely think Jokic can really get back to that superstar
first
potential.
wave of substitutions as Tobias Harris knocks them both down. Nuggets and Sixers second and final meeting.
Yeah, she was so excited to do the intro.
First miss, Millsap offensive board. Cross court it goes.
Ooh, Will Barton.
Hangs and a foul. Philadelphia depends on their excellent defensive rebounding. Best in the NBA. They don't give you many second chance opportunities. The Nuggets make the most of one.
Looks like
this is the time you see.
Okay, yep, it's by
Horford. That right arm comes
Horford.
down and Barton able to force the contact, but that's
first.
all created because of that offensive rebound.
What's going on,
Take a
Drew
look at the
C?
upcoming
How's it going,
national
brother?
TV schedule, ESPN tomorrow night. Clippers and Raptors, that'll be at 7 Eastern. And then the Pelicans and the Bucks. The red-hot Milwaukee Bucks, 15 in a row, back on their home floor tomorrow night.
They have been amazing.
AT.
Bible has it blocked. Morris with the rejection.
Gary Harris
Excellent
with the
defensive
basketball.
Stand
Gives it to
there by the
Jokic.
Nuggets. Now
Jokic gives it to
Thibault is
Paul
guarding him,
Millsap.
a rookie out of Washington, and he fouls Millsap. Thibault's been terrific, Greg. 20-point game last time out. 76ers beating Toronto on this floor Sunday. Getting some extra early minutes here tonight.
He's so instinctive defensively. You know, the activity level.
All commercial breaks.
On that side of the floor is really unmatched by anybody else on the perimeter for Philly. Josh Richardson, a good defender as well, but you know he could be a difference maker
have
for
a
them
gift
moving
of
forward. But ultimately,
the Gridiron Blitz.
Millsap knocks down the free throws. To me, when I'm watching Philly in this first quarter, the spacing non-existent. The ability to spread the floor, they are not able to do that consistently.
Ooh, Tobias Harris with the jam.
Get all the way to the rim, but that's got to be a concern for Brett Brown and his group. They really struggle at spacing the floor and spreading out the defense.
Ooh, Will Barton with a nice dish to Paul Millsap.
To receive. And Barton's aggressive attack. Nuggets without Jamal Murray now back to the locker room. Allie LaForce is our reporter. As Horford misses, the follow is no good. Let's hear from
Millsap
Allie now.
with the rebound.
From the Denver locker
Drew
room.
C says I
Brian, the
picked
Nuggets
Philly
are
in
telling me
this
that he
one.
has a
No
trunk
reason why.
contusion. He's questionable to return. No x-rays for now. The docs are working on him, and we'll keep us posted if it does require x-ray. Not for now, though.
All right, thank you. A trunk contusion. Turnover for the Sixers. On the move, Barton sets up Morris, gives it right back, all the way across. Harris comes up short. Foul.
Oh, missed the tip in.
Harris missing for the third time already. 7-point Denver lead. Philadelphia undefeated on their home floor. They are 12-0.
Ooh, James Ennis. All right, James Ennis. Where was that when you were in Detroit?
Scores it at the basket.
Yeah, that was a good job on the drive. Avoided the offensive foul there and able to get the finish.
Morris calling for it. A little crossover, working on Thibault, that long wingspan. He's an excellent defender, the defensive player of the year at the collegiate level.
Tobias Harris with the basketball gives that to Horford. Misses the three.
They have yet to make anything on the perimeter, and then not getting back on their transition defense.
Jokic been quiet so far, sets up Millsap. Good ball movement.
Will Barton for three. Missed it.
And that'll stay on this side of the floor. A Philadelphia foul.
And the activity level on both ends much better as you get the second foul on Ben Simmons there. But for the Nuggets, they've just been a step quicker on both ends of the floor. The poor spacing for Philly offensively has helped them. And how about Michael Porter Jr.? Michael Malone talked about it. He said, you may see him early in this game tonight.
Trying to get Porter some game action, very high ceiling, no limitations on multiple back surgeries that he had. Remember, he played in just 3 games at Mizzou, and one of the top players prior to
That's what's up, Erica.
his injury at Missouri. And now he's finally getting a chance after essentially 3 years
Jokic with
out
the
of the game.
basketball.
He's had some good moments this year so far. Early run tonight. Shot clock down to 2. Here's Barton on the cut. Barton, yes.
Will Barton with the lay-in.
Goes for Will Barton.
And this is when Denver's at their best. They're never stationary. They spread that floor. They
Oh,
got 5
man, I
guys
had no
out there
idea,
that you
mister.
have to, in essence, guard. They're cutting. They're screening. Terrific job of putting pressure on that half-court defense.
I doubt it, though.
With 15 points. And Simmons and Porter come together. Michael Porter Jr. picks up his first foul.
And that's an example right there of Michael Malone talked about it in our pregame. The game's a little too fast for Michael Porter Jr. right now because he's crowding, pressuring Ben Simmons, a guy who is not looking to shoot the basketball. You want to give him some space in that situation.
Simmons goes at him again, kicks it. Porter was with him
James
step for
Ennis
step.
with
Ennis
3, misses it.
And the foul.
Joel Embiid with the tap in.
Joel Embiid running to the rim on the miss. Embiid with 6 points. Knocked down the first 2
turnover.
shots. Turnover. Sixers in transition. Thibault gives
Fast
it.
break. Ben Simmons with a jam.
Fireball made the play with the deflection there.
Sixers only down 3.
Created the
Timeout call.
opportunity in
Appreciate the 10 in the building. Just so you guys know that during commercials and copywritten music, I have to mute the audio. But as soon as the game resumes, I resume audio.
For the courtside report presented by Progressive, I'm Allie LaForce, and the story of this game so far for the Denver Nuggets has been all about Will Barton, who has 15 of the team's 19 points. That's just 1 point shy of his average for scoring for the month of November. He has been absolutely on fire. I spoke with him today at shoot-around, and he said his biggest goal for the season wasn't the scoring, but was just to be reliable and to prove to his team that he can be healthy for an entire season. He's second in the team in rebounding. He said he loves getting up and down the court, being reliable defensively. He's also, guys, third in the NBA in plus-minus, so when he's on the court, it's valuable minutes that this team desperately needs right now.
And Allie, it's a great point.
Jam.
As you're hyping him up, he delivers on a beautiful alley-oop to show you he's more than just a scorer of the basketball. And Mike Scott finally knocks down a jump shot for the Sixers.
With Barton, usage rate is high tonight. Most possessions are ending with him.
Plumlee
finds Plumlee on the last possession. This
turns it over.
Plumlee turns it over. And a Denver giveaway puts the ball back in the hands of the Sixers. Howell Neto running the point for Philadelphia with Simmons on the bench. Furkan Korkmaz had been starting and has hit some big shots here recently for Philadelphia. Here's Embiid.
Embiid with the jumper.
That's a real good job by Embiid tonight of making sure he's getting his post-ups and Sixers playing through him.
Michael Porter.
Michael Porter with the miss.
Jamal Murray leaving this game about halfway through this first quarter. Allie reporting a trunk contusion.
Embiid backs it down.
Embiid battling again, just moving Plumlee out of the way. Finds Scott, another three ball is up.
Oh!
Ball is down.
Mike Scott with another three.
And partner, that 12-2 run now. A lot of good things happen when Embiid touches the ball on the block.
Monte Morris with the answer. Entered the game for Jamal Murray. Monte Morris averaging a little over 7 a game and about 17 minutes per game. Averaged over 10 a game last year. Richardson. Oh, nice little shake. Oh, I can't finish.
Oh, missed it.
Good until he got to the rim. Now Denver in transition. Former Sixer Jeremy Grant. Here's Barton again. Lost the handle. Porter lost the handle and a foul.
Michael Porter goes to the free throw line.
Going to send Porter to the free throw line. That was a hot potato.
Yeah, that's a great call there, partner. That was a scrambled possession there. And the Nuggets able to come up with the loose ball. And you can see it clearly a foul there by Embiid across the arm.
Porter will shoot the free throws. Playing in just his 13th game. They try to find windows for him to play. Yeah, they did get the call right. You saw it first, but they had the wrong player identified initially.
Embiid
now it
gets
has
the
been
foul.
Charged to Embiid. And Porter at the line. State Farm audio assist.
Michael
Listening
Porter
to
with
Will
the
Barton
first.
tonight.
I'm hot. I told y'all I'm hot. I stay. You stay there, I stay there. Hey, good pass, yo. Hey, good block, boy.
Porter with the
Be
second.
active down there.
State Farm audio assist with Will Barton. We appreciate him wearing the microphone. Now he dropped 20 against the Sixers in Denver back on November 8th, and he's off to a 15-point, 2-assist start in his first 11 minutes. Here's Embiid now, a little mid-range.
Embiid
pulls
missed.
down the board.
He let him know I'm hot.
I'm hot. I hear that all the time from you, GA. Here's Grant. He'll rise up with a mid-range.
Oh, Jeremy Grant misses it. Porter Jr. missed the tap in. Oh, turnover. Michael Porter with the lay-in.
Finishes, unforced error. As Embiid got a little casual with the ball. Mason Plumlee, the turnover ends up in the hands of Porter, and Denver with a 3-point lead. Shot clock is off, coming to the end of this first quarter. Morris checks Neto, and he's going to be called for the foul.
We talked about turnovers being an issue for the Sixers last time out against these guys. They're just a little careless was Embiid, and a quick deuce there for Michael Porter Jr.
Embiid had 7 turnovers in Philadelphia's win against Toronto Sunday, and Embiid draws the foul. Porter got him across the arm.
Porter Jr. picks up another foul.
Embiid doing
Picks
that
up his
reminds
second
me a
foul.
lot of Tim
What's
Duncan,
going on,
the way
Art?
he Rise up.
Double A
checks the arm
swag in
coming
the building.
across, especially
What's
with a
going
young
on?
player on him. Embiid shoots it well from the line. He's an 81% free throw shooter, and he gets there about 8.5 trips per game. Hey, tomorrow a Texas street fight when the Young Bucks take on
Embiid made the
Santana and
first.
Ortiz. All Elite Wrestling Dynamite tomorrow, 8 Eastern, only on TNT.
Man, I thought you was talking about Milwaukee.
Great to see
The
you
Young
too.
Bucks.
I've been doing
Yeah.
pretty good. Appreciate you for asking.
Well, that could apply too. Young Bucks
Embiid
are
makes the
thriving.
second.
1-point game as we come to the end of the first quarter. Baseball pass. Richardson cuts it off. And Korkmaz would have counted had it gone. It does.
All right, we're at the end of one. Denver leads 27-26. I appreciate that. If you guys haven't subscribed to Art, definitely do so.
First quarter.
Let's send it to Allie LaForce. She had a chance to hear from Michael Malone a moment ago.
Coach Nicola hasn't attempted a shot yet in this game. What kept him out of that first quarter, and how do you get him back in this?
You know, Will Barton had it going, so obviously we played through Will. He was shooting into a big basket. I thought our ball movement was great. Our pace was great. Nicola's going to find his shots, but right now the offense is flowing through everybody. Hopefully Jamal Murray's okay. We can get him back. Overall, a good start. We have to continue to get better in the second quarter.
Will on the player mic say, I'm hot, keep it coming to me. But he hasn't been just hot this game, he's been hot all month. What has he added to this team?
Well, right now he's playing in attack mode. You know, Will's a guy that can create for himself, great for his teammates, and he's looking to make his teammates better as well. So it's not just Will scoring, it's Will being a scorer, facilitator, and playmaker. So that's when he's at his best.
Thank you, Coach.
Appreciate it.
All right, thanks to Michael Malone. Thank you, Allie. Michael Porter Jr. on the breakaway missed a layup. And back come the Sixers. Korkmaz gives it up. Thibault!
Oh, Thibault with a jam.
On the step ladder. Hung in the air. And a two-handed jam. Matisse Thibault. That's impressive. Plumlee cannot answer. Korkmaz with the board. Thibault is really finding his legs now. He's going to fire up a three. And Matisse Thibault.
Wow, and hits a three. Matisse Thibault.
All smiles.
Appreciate the 7 in the building. Appreciate the 11 in the building.
Early stages of the second quarter, Denver and Philadelphia, second and final meeting of the year between these two contenders.
What's going on, Packers Nation? How's it going, brother?
Turnover, but bringing this big crowd to its feet. GA on the offensive end, the slam, then the three.
Yeah, the momentum plays, slams, three-pointers in transition. Those energize the crowd and really give a boost of momentum to your team.
Inside Embiid.
Oh, what a block.
Grant with an excellent closeout. Got a piece of it. A clean block by Grant.
Yeah, but what happened on that play, Embiid was expecting a lob, and he got a straight line pass, which forced him to have to gather and allow Grant to recover to get that block.
Sharpshooter, Furkan Korkmaz.
Korkmaz for three.
For the 76ers. 34-27, Philadelphia by 7.
You know, we've talked a lot about why the Nuggets have had their struggle. If you go back a year ago, their bench was one of their strongest assets. That has not been the case this year, and it's playing out here in this game thus far as well. They have not gotten good production from their bench.
Neto finds Embiid.
Hey, do a shot for me, brother.
Comes away with it. Good hands. Malik Beasley. First run on the floor in the second quarter. Here's Beasley now, wide open for three, and he carries the triple.
Beasley for three.
Malik Beasley, his name has been surfacing quite a bit in the trade rumors. And Denver, if you're looking to make a move, that might be an area of strength for the Nuggets. There's Tobias
Harris for three.
Answers with a three of his own, and they're all raining down here in the second quarter.
And partner, that potential trade also is to free up minutes, I think, for Michael Porter Jr. I think they are sensing they want to try to figure out how many minutes they can get him integrated into that rotation, because they love his potential and definitely feel as though he's deserving of an opportunity to grow as a player.
Embiid draws the foul. Plumlee will send Embiid to the line. Let's check in with Allie. She's got a report on Jamal Murray. What do you have, Allie?
Hey, guys, we have an update on Jamal. Remember, he left the game with the trunk contusion. He went back to the locker room. He did officially get x-rays. Good news, the x-rays came back clean. He isn't officially set to return in the second half, but they're playing around with some padding options and continuing to test the pain tolerance, hoping that he will be able to return.
All right, thank you, Allie. You see his year. He signed a 5-year deal this past July, and, Greg, his numbers have remained level. Excellent numbers last year for Jamal Murray in his third year. Now in his fourth year, he was clutch in the playoffs. And you mentioned the Denver bench. With Murray out, they're forced to go to Morris, and that only weakens their bench even further here tonight.
Yeah, the other guys are going to have to step up, and a big game if you're Denver. You somehow get to even on this road trip, get a little momentum before you go back home.
Plumlee. Oh, denied by Embiid. On the move, Harris gives it up. Their bench even further here tonight.
Yeah, the other guys are going to have to step.
Sixers are at their best when they are in transition. Barton, air ball. He was looking for help. I think he thought maybe Plumlee was coming from the inside. He could not. Harris running the floor.
Tobias Harris with the lay-in.
That last possession, that was Embiid's defense. He just put a lot of pressure on Barton, made him indecisive there, and then they were able to get out in transition on back-to-back possessions.
10 points. Sixers lead now. Their defense, top 5 in the league, has been excellent here. Wild play. Now the Nuggets get it back with 5 on the shot clock, and there's Thibault with that 7-foot wingspan.
That is an impressive display of defense there, and Joker can only look on in disbelief, and Simmons able to get out in transition, and then Tobias follows suit with the layup of his own.
Strong bucket by Tobias Harris. He's got 9. He has hit a three-pointer, 5 of 11 from behind the arc, and now Beasley misses at the end of the shot clock. Sixers on a 19-6 run. Add to it. 22-6 is the run. Furkan Korkmaz knocks it down. They're on their feet at Wells Fargo Center.
My new movie.
Sixers managing partner Josh Harris, his wife Marjorie, as well as co-managing partner David Blitzer. They recently committed $1 million to the Sixers Youth Foundation to local nonprofits organizations as part of the Sixers Season of Giving. Nice work.
That is good work.
Well, the Sixers on a 22-6 run. Let's see if Denver has an answer. It's a 9-0 run over the last minute and a half for Philadelphia. Will Barton is back on the floor. Torrey Craig is on the floor as well. And Jokic returns. Has not taken a shot yet. And that
What's
is
going on,
change
Amy
into
Moore?
air ball.
Yeah, got away with it. Actually got away with a travel. And Michael Malone, excuse me, is not happy. He may find himself getting tossed.
First-year official Evan Scott dings him up with the tee. On the floor he goes. And Michael earned that one.
He earned it. He got his money's worth.
Tobias Harris will do the honors for Philadelphia. Now Michael Malone now in his 5th year in Denver. 49-year-old head coach. And knocking all of the plays on the floor. Gonna have a cleanup. Had a great run last year.
Yeah.
Denver Nuggets last year had the best home record. They led the NBA in opponent 3-point field goal percentage. Their first playoff series since 2013, and they won a playoff series last year for the first time since '09. Horford is cold here tonight. And now 0 for 4.
And that technical really is much for his team as it is for the officials. Because he's just trying to light a spark into his guys who have been flat since that first 6-minute stretch of the first quarter.
Harris finally gets one to go. Gary Harris started this game 0 for 3. All 3-pointers. Finally hits one. Gary Harris last year, 37% 3-point shooter. That's right where he is this year. Averages about 4 of those per game. They want more scoring out of him. There's a foul. Harris across the forearm of Simmons.
And here Jokic on the drive and then just throws Harris open on that 3 in rhythm there.
Ben Simmons will go to the line to shoot 2.
Second game this year without a field goal attempt, but
Yeah,
I think
he's a
it's
solid,
understandable
shooter.
in this particular game with Barton going off.
No.
You want field goals.
When you're the face of a franchise and you're on one of the elite teams, even with Barton having that kind of a start, that doesn't mean that you disappear. He can still find a way to have an impact on the game, and I just thought he was really lax.
Crazy thing about this game is Jokic
came out
hasn't
and took
scored
the
yet.
challenge with right at him, and you also do it because it gives your team confidence. You get confidence from your best player. If your best player is passive and reluctant to be aggressive, that can affect your team, and you can see he just looks completely disengaged here in this game.
Yeah, you definitely can't
Off
leave
the chest of
Korkmaz
Jokic and out of bounds.
open.
So those 3 first-quarter assists didn't do anything for you.
Well,
Like it did
otherwise he would
Michael
drop
Malone.
them daggers.
No, and I think a lot of times as a coach, look, you're going to be protective of your players, but I just think he's too significant of a talent to not be a little bit more engaged in the game.
Numbers have been down this year for Jokic. Averaged 20, 11, and 7 last season. He's at 16 this year with 10 boards and 6 assists. Harris goes right by him.
Oh,
Jokic
block.
closes from the other end. Torrey Craig was there to help as well. I remember the Nuggets last year. They used Torrey Craig in the starting lineup in the playoffs. That was a key move for Michael Malone. As the Sixers commit the foul, Ennis will be called for the foul here. So Michael Malone makes the big move in the first round against San Antonio, a series they would win, bringing Torrey Craig into the starting lineup. Barton came off the bench. Craig's kind of been in and out of the rotation this year.
And situational basketball in the postseason sometimes a little different. You know, it might have been a better matchup for Craig in terms of the personnel of San Antonio.
Wide open.
Harris
There you go.
Fake and able to get another deuce. And
Gary
going back
Harris.
to Jokic too. That I can even see where you have a dip in production if your overall team, like sometimes you're getting other guys that have upped the ante of their game, but that hasn't been the case with this Nuggets team.
Well, the Nuggets have been a very good performing offensive team the last couple of years, especially last year. Their offensive rating this year, 21st in the league. They're not getting the kind of production. Jokic deserves a lot of the blame.
And they're a better offensive, the defensive team, which you would think would lead to opportunity.
Bible for three.
Able to knock down that triple out of transition.
So he has found the sweet spot in that corner three. He's got 2 of those tonight. He made 5 in their win against Toronto. And his rookie career high, 20 points. Barton goes again. Harris knocked it out of his hands. That'll stay in the possession of Denver with 8 on the shot clock. No sign of Jamal Murray. Monte Morris will return. If you're just picking us up here, Murray left the game in the first quarter. Had an injury to the side, a trunk contusion.
I've never heard that one. I mean, I know what it is, but I had not heard that term before. Harris can't get that jumper to go.
Sixers slow it up here a bit. Here's Horford now with Jokic on him. Horford's had a slow start, now a turnover. Jokic calls that turnover. Barton gives it up, and Jokic
finally gets on the board.
That's what Michael Malone's been wanting to see more. Their defense for stretches has been terrific. They just haven't been able to take advantage of those live ball turnovers and get easy baskets. That was an example of them being able to do it.
The show by Simmons. Here's Harris now, and offensive foul.
Good call. I thought that was a right call there.
Turnover.
Here, Jokic holds his
Picks
ground
up the
defensively,
charge.
gets out, runs the floor.
Gets the charge called on him.
By Barton to get him for the little floater. And then Barton guesses right, gets in front, draws a contact. Good call there. Good defense by Barton.
3 consecutive turnovers for the Sixers. 7 turnovers for Philadelphia. It's an 11-point game. Philadelphia led by 19 in their game in November. Going into the fourth quarter.
Millsap makes it.
Millsap on the setup by Jokic. Another assist to a make.
Back to Philadelphia after Denver got down big. They are now on a 9-4 run. Part of that is because they're allowing their defense to turn to offense, something that's been a concern all season long. Coach Malone telling us we're relying so much on our defense. We're not cutting ourselves any break. I talked to Nikola Jokic. He said it was one of his concerns when I spoke to him before the game, as well as Will Barton. They felt like they were giving up opportunities on offense when their shots were not falling. Earlier in the year, I asked them if they would change their shot selection or anything in the flow of offense. They said no. They liked the opportunities that they were generating. They just weren't allowing them to fall. But guys, on a night
especially with
Nikola Jokic has shot
Jamal
2
Murray
shot attempts
out
and only made 1 of them. You can't make shots if you're not being aggressive. What do you need to see from him more offensively?
Well, Allie, I think he's got to just impose himself on the game. But this is the other area.
Oh, what a nice and one.
Gary Harris.
Gary Harris goes to the free throw line
from Denver is really what the problem is. They haven't taken that good defense and gotten out and created easy opportunities in transition, and that's what they're starting to do. That because those easy ones in transition give you rhythm. Now it's easier to make jump shots. It's hard to win in this league when you play consistently 5-on-5, and they're not built to play that way from the standpoint. They don't have a guy that they can just say, go get me a bucket. Their offense generates the vast majority of their offense, the system that they run. They don't just have a guy that you give it to and say, hey, they don't have an MB. You just throw it down and say, go get me one. Or force a double team and create one for me.
Shot clock down to 8. Sixers have turned it over on 4 consecutive trips down the floor. Embiid and Jokic, big body swap and paint, and
Embiid powers it in
against Jokic.
The thing that gets lost when you talk about superstar caliber players, and we got a couple in the studio you'll hear from at halftime. Great, the superstars can score against great defense. This is really good defense by Jokic, but Embiid comfortable scoring in those situations. Even with great defense, if you don't bring help, Embiid's going to be able to score efficiently, even against top-tier defense.
Well, you heard Ali report earlier that Embiid leads the NBA in post-up points. And Jokic
Jokic with the lay-in.
Scores with the running hook shot. Beautifully done. Embiid leads the NBA in most percentage of points coming from the post, but he did not score when Jokic guarded him back in November. Didn't score a single field goal. He did make a couple of free throws on a foul, but that was it. Now Embiid fouls Gary Harris. Harris swipes him.
And these are the kinds of plays, just a nice, strong move, again, against good defense. And Jokic thought he was fouled there, and then they're able to come back and force another turnover. So this last 3 minutes, their starters have been pretty solid on both ends in this game.
I'll tell you what, the Sixers up 14 points. 5 of their last 6 possessions, though, minus that Embiid basket, have ended in a turnovers. Millsap misses the floater. Korkmaz gives it to Simmons. Denver gets back. Simmons kicks it. Ennis with Harris on him, an excellent perimeter defender. Oh, Mike Scott, beautiful.
Oh, Mike Scott with the reverse lay-in.
Put it in the pocket. Scott runs it down and scores with the reverse.
And that's a great call, partner. That was a terrific pass by Embiid. Led him into that layup.
Like a quarterback leading a receiver across the middle. Jokic. Another miss for Nikola Jokic. He's 2 of 4 now. Scott and Millsap with the rebound. Mike Scott hit a couple of threes in the first quarter. Jokic turns it over. Scott pulled the chair. Simmons comes up with a steal. The NBA leader in steals. Ennis in the corner for 3. No. And Nikola Jokic with the board. A minute to go in this first half. Barton had the hot hand.
Barton for 3, missed it.
Has struggled since that time. Barton still sitting on 15.
Korkmaz gets a block.
It's a block shot. No whistle on a foul.
It's a great job by Barton getting back in transition defense to contest that 3.
Monte Morris.
Oh, Monte Morris
in
with
for
the
Jamal Murray, who left this game in the first quarter, and Monte Morris.
That's the lead of 5.
Big shot for Denver as they inch closer. 5-point game. And Embiid is going to draw another foul at the end of this first half. That's number 3 on Joel Embiid.
And it was an easy call. You'll see that left hand just extends out on Jokic right there. That's a Jokic sold it, but the extension of that left hand, easy call for the official to make. And that's a big foul there. And really, when this game was starting to get out of hand, it was Denver's defense that got them back in it, and the ability to get out in transition and get some easy ones.
4 seconds separating shot and game clock. Barton hasn't scored in the second quarter. Looking for someone. Jokic left wide.
Jokic for 3. Missed it.
To the end. And this is going to take us to the end of the first half. Simmons comes up short.
All right, it's a 5-point deficit.
At the end of the second half.
Denver's down 50-55.
And a 5-point Philadelphia lead.
All right, let me put in my halftime. Appreciate the 18 in the building. So Will Barton started off red hot, 5 for 5, scoring the first 11 points, and hasn't scored at all in the second quarter. So I'm going to take a quick halftime break, and I will be back with you guys in the second half. Hang on tight, guys. What's going on, the B lady? How's it going? What's going on, Art? Oh, okay, I appreciate you for coming in, B lady. For everyone that's new in the chat, definitely go and grab the B lady. I definitely feel you on that, Art. Hey, they as guilty can get. 8 minutes of film. What's going on, Ricky? How's it going, brother? Ricky says, let's go Nuggets. Absolutely. Oh, absolutely, the B lady. They were quote unquote trying to do a video for a scout for a like a spotlight type of video on a scout, and they were taping the signals for the Bengals. Oh, absolutely. B Lady says, poor Brady can't take all these sacks. He had to run, lol. Can't take anymore. Body can only take so many sacks. Yep, they did it to the Bills several weeks ago, and our coach walked them out of there. They did it against the Bills as well? What's going on, Monstar? How's it going, brother? No, I didn't. B Lady, I must have missed that one. Says, yeah, you didn't see that? They didn't work, so they took out Allen. Hey, that's what's up, Monstar. Have one for me, too. What's going on, Akil? Are you from Michigan? Absolutely, I am. From the great state of Michigan. Shout out to John Mason, my favorite PA announcer in the NBA. Shaq might be on Shaqton. Shaqton a fool. I mean, like, the Bengals are a threat. You do know Brady has several injuries. Yeah, he does. You know, taking all them hits, you got to have some sort of injury. I mean, heck, look at Matthew Stafford. He got sacked 17 times in a matter of, 6 days. That was last year against the, I believe it was the Packers, then it was the Vikings. Or it was the Chicago Bears and then the Vikings. But in the Vikings game, they got like 10 sacks on Matthew Stafford. And the commentators for that game was counting them. Like, oh, there goes another sack. Oh, there goes another sack. It was crazy. Lo and behold, all them sacks, he broke his back. This is not funny. They are desperate. I mean, the Bengals. I mean, you got to go after the quarterback, no matter who the quarterback is. Because if you stop the quarterback, you almost stop everybody's offense outside of the run game. That's the X factor in preserving a quarterback is a run game. All right, B-Lady, I appreciate you for coming out. You have a wonderful day.
Balls to play here in the second half in Philadelphia. The Nuggets and the Sixers. Second and final meeting. Harris pulled the chair on Simmons. First possession.
Who, the Lions or the Patriots?
Very sloppy finishing that first half, but Tobias Harris scores on their opening possession. A 7-point lead. Greg, of the last 8 possessions for the Sixers in the first half, Sixers turned it over 6 times in that stretch. One made basket by Embiid and the half-court heave by Ben Simmons.
Yeah, and you saw in that first possession, they got bailed out. They get the loose ball and Tobias Harris finishes, but their lack of ball movement, spacing at times, I think is an issue for this team. And conversely,
makes it.
Jokic starting off better here in the second half. The other thing was Denver didn't have a fast break point until that stretch. Then they got 5. They're down minus 12 fast break points in that first half. And that, Michael Malone talked about, that's their bugaboo. That is what is holding their offense back this season.
Embiid hits over Jokic. He's had a terrific night offensively.
All right, Akil.
He's 6 of 11
I hope
shooting.
so.
Embiid's made all 4 of his free throws.
Says you heard it here.
Points tonight.
The Lions will be first in the division next year and make the conference finals.
Barton gives it up. Millsap, easy basket. Nice ball movement by the Nuggets.
Really good job there in that vision of Jokic. I think he's got 7 assists now, averaging 6 on the season.
Ooh, nice pass.
Simmons on the run.
Oh, what a turnover.
Was Barton a steal?
Gary Harris makes the lay-in.
Second half for Jamal Murray. Scores the layup. It's another turnover that turns
that's
into
Morris.
2 more points for Denver.
Yeah, you saw that possession. Simmons doesn't even look at the rim. Just instinctively trying to make a pass, and teams are starting to play that tendency more and more.
Embiid left open for 3.
Embiid for 3, hits the front of the rim.
Embiid and Jokic both will
Rebounded
shoot
by
the threes.
Horford.
Part of the reason their field goal percentage numbers are down a little bit. Richardson now.
Richardson for three, in and out, and out of bounds.
Nuggets ball.
Nuggets
just
ball.
underway here in the second half. Brian Anderson with Greg Anthony. Ali
Shout out
LaForce,
to
our
the 21 in
reporter.
the
She
building.
has an
Appreciate
update
you
on
guys. You guys
Jamal
truly
Murray.
mean a lot to me.
We'll get a report from Ali in a
Jokic
moment.
for
As
three,
Jokic
and he hits
three,
it.
So
There we go.
Embiid missed one.
All tied
Jokic
up.
Turns around, hits one. And Nikola Jokic, who did not score a basket or attempt a field goal until the second quarter, is now 4 of 7 as he makes his first.
Hey, I do not want no parts of Xavier Rhodes
Richardson
at all.
finds Horford. Tough first half for Horford. And he misses again. Going to be a foul as Simmons goes to the basket. Jokic with the foul.
Yeah, the ability to space it. You see Embiid.
Oh, absolutely,
helping
mister.
on
Says
that
that's what
pick
I'm
and
talking
roll.
about. Jokic.
Jokic in rhythm there, just knocks down the triple.
Let's take a look at winning ingredients. Delivered by Papa John's as Jokic sends Simmons to the line. 12-0 record here on their home floor for the Philadelphia 76ers. As Simmons misses the first. The Philadelphia franchise record for consecutive home wins to start a year, 22, 66-67 season. 12-0
Ooh, misses a free throw.
for Philadelphia, and a 17-17 record. 1 out of 2 for Simmons. Beg your pardon, missed them both.
Jokic
from
for
the same
three,
spot.
missed it. Oh, rebounded by
Gives it
Denver.
right back to Harris. Second chance opportunity is a scratch. Here's Horford. Well, he just can't buy one tonight. Now Horford now 0 for 6, 0 for 4 from behind the arc. And Jokic, that hit off the foot. Jokic thought it was a kick ball.
Well, it's got to be intentional to be a kick ball.
Simmons had a block by Millsap. Jokic taps it to Morris. Jokic much more engaged in this second half than he was in that second quarter. Finds Barton.
Oh, Will Barton
15
for
first
three.
quarter points. Barton on the board for the first time since. He's got 18
Dwayne
now.
Boatwright,
It's a
what's
second
going
made
on,
three.
brother? Welcome back.
The Nuggets defense forcing bad shots.
TNT,
creating
Akil.
turnovers and allowing them to get out and attack early in the shot clock.
Denver on a 10-0 run to take a 3-point lead. Down by 5 at the half. Shot clock ticks.
Tobias,
Got it off, did not hit the rim.
24-second violation.
Defensive stand for the Nuggets. Let's
Did not
quickly
even hit
check
the
in with
rim.
Ali LaForce. She's got an update on Jamal Murray. What do you have, Ali?
Brian and Greg, we saw him leave the game in the first quarter with that trunk contusion. He has yet to be back out on the floor at the halftime. They told me that he wouldn't start the second half. Obviously, we've seen that, but they did not officially rule him out to return to this game. Again, they were trying to figure out some sort of padding where he could take the pain and get back out there and add some additional scoring for this team.
Good stuff,
Oh,
Ali.
absolutely,
We'll see
mister.
Murray.
Definitely,
remainder of this game.
they both
Their
on
top
track for
scorer
double-double.
is out. Millsap, ooh, a little hesitation and a flip behind the head.
Almost a travel there, but that was pretty impressive to finish there by Millsap.
12-0 run for Denver. They were down 14 in the second quarter. Martin checking Tobias Harris. Harris has 12 points. Double team comes. Shot clock at 4. Embiid and Horford.
Oh, Embiid with the tip in.
Somehow Embiid got it to Al Horford. Horford's first basket of the game.
It's interesting when you watch these two teams. Denver much
Jokic with a wide open
their
jam.
offensive execution, but
All
struggle
right, they
in
call a
transition.
timeout.
Philly, the exact
Denver up
opposite.
5.
They struggle in the half court when they're
6:58
not
left in
playing
the
clear.
third. Those of you that are new, I definitely have to mute the game audio for commercials or copywritten music. As soon as the game resumes, I resume audio. I want the Denver Nuggets to win. You know, being a Pistons fan, we got bad blood between the Sixers, so definitely going for the Nuggets. Shout out to the 24 in the building. Appreciate you guys. Definitely hit the thumbs up if you can. And if you like basketball and football, definitely consider subscribing. Smashing that notification bell, set it to all so you get notified when I do football and basketball. Also, check out the Sports Movement Network. Their links are in the description below. I do majority of the Pistons games, mister. So I do all the Pistons games. The only ones I can't do is on Friday nights because I work late. And usually by that time, you know, the game's almost over by the time I get home. So what I do is I'll do the 10:30 game on Friday night. You know, just to kind of give you guys basketball content. You know, especially if there's a Pistons game that I have to miss. But then I just do whatever. I try to stream every day. You know, but you know, if there's something that pops up and a Pistons game ain't on, then you know I might miss that day. But overall, I try to be on every day. Try to stream. You know, whatever game that I get. You know, that I would actually watch.
(66-61). Nuggets have the lead.
You know, so if I'm going to stream the game, I'm actually going to really watch it in real life.
He's had a good start to this second half.
Ooh, nice pass. Tobias for three, makes it.
Good shot for the Sixers. They needed that one.
Sixers down two.
His second three of the game.
Denver with the basketball.
You see Embiid on the bench now. They go with Simmons on the block. Spacing, though, better with this group for the Sixers.
Foul on
the 7-minute mark, 7:16 officially of the second quarter. Michael Malone got a technical. He earned it. He jumped out on Evan Scott, the first-year NBA official. After this play, Malone comes running on the floor. There's the tee. At that point, Philadelphia had their biggest lead at 14 since that time. 33-14. The Nuggets have outscored, make it 33-17 now after that three.
Gary Harris makes the lay-in.
So do some more math. 35-17 has been the scoring run.
Well, we talked about it at the time.
I think he's still hurt, Akil.
Much for his
so
team
I think he's still in pain.
Hits another three. And just, again, this roster on the floor for Philly, not their most talented, but what can they do? They space the floor better. You got four guys that can consistently make a three. Now,
Jokic showing the patience for a lay-in.
Even though Thibault's a terrific defender, they don't have the rim protection.
Thibault for three, misses it. Jokic with the rebound.
Jokic did not have a point on the board at the time of that technical by his head coach. He's had 13 since. And now Jokic passes up a three, gives it up to Morris. Shot clock down to 7. Harris turns a corner. Two-man.
Gary Harris misses it. Rebounded by
Simmons on the run.
Ben Simmons. Thibault with a monstrous jam. Sixers down one. 5:10 left in the third quarter.
Gets the rebound and
we got a game, folks.
Transition. Great job by Thibault of running the floor to create that opportunity.
Even with Richardson back here tonight, that's a deflection.
Oh, they got it.
Deflected it off of Harris following this jam on the break. Thibault coming off a 20-point game. His best career game in his rookie season. A premier defender.
Okay, they're saying that it's
at the
just off
collegiate
of
level.
Thibault. He touched
Matisse
it.
Thibault played for Mike Hopkins at Washington. Played in a zone at Washington. And They've had to coach the zone out of him a little bit, but Brett Brown loves his instincts, and a 4-year player in Washington as well.
And in reality, part of weak side defense in the NBA is all zone.
Bias drills it.
The Bias, they're able to create his own offense to put.
Welcome back, 2K Plays.
A couple of big buckets by Tobias Harris. He's their top scorer, averages just over 19 a game. Morris, a little floater. No.
Ooh, Morris misses the lay-in.
Denver gets back well. Now Simmons on the attack. Horford's had a tough shooting night. Past that
Tobias Harris with the basketball.
Missed all 4 of his 3-point tries. He's
Horford for 3. Drills it.
Down for Big Al.
Don't look now. Sixers got a 4-point lead.
Now Philadelphia.
4:13 left. Denver called the timeout. Shout out to the 23 in the building. For those that are new, I definitely have to mute the game audio for commercials or copywritten music, but as soon as the game resumes, I resume the audio. Tobias Harris leads all scorers with 17 points. Akil, as soon as I get the funds all together, I'll be actually doing these streams with me on camera. But I got bills to pay, and it is the holiday season, so I got Christmas gifts to buy. And as soon as that happens, I'll be able to stack up a little bit and get me a webcam and things like that, so I could be on camera. But I will be doing a nasty sandwich challenge here in about another week or so. You know, for right around Christmas time, I'll have a little bit of time off of work. So you know, I'll be able to do that nasty sandwich challenge, and that will be on camera. "2K Play says Giannis traded to the Pistons. Hey, hopefully for Thon Maker." 2K Play says, and Troxel is buying me a Christmas gift. Looks like we're about to get set to come back from commercial. Giannis, Luka, LeBron, or Harden for MVP. That's going to be a tough one, but you know what? I'm going to give it to Luka Doncic. You know, what he's been doing the last, month and a half has truly been amazing. I know I shouldn't be talking good about our next opponent. We play the Dallas Mavericks on Thursday in Mexico City.
Raptors, Kawhi returning to Toronto, and then the Pels and the Bucks from Milwaukee. The Red Hot Bucks, winners of 15 consecutive MVP candidate Giannis Antetokounmpo. Denver with the ball here. Under 4 minutes to go in this third quarter. Denver down 5 at the half. Went ahead 5, and now Philadelphia on a 7-0 run. That's going to be a jump ball. With 2.8 on the shot clock if Denver retains possession.
You can see that Tobias Harris just attacked the basketball.
Fine, gonna lock up Luka.
Attacking with his offhand. Didn't really gather or create any separation there, and Harris with the defensive play.
Denver controls this. They'll have to get a shot up quickly. They do. Jokic taps it to Harris, and Harris
Oh, Harris misses
Air
it.
ball hit the backboard.
24-second violation.
I thought it was a little bit of a delay on the restart of the shot clock as Jokic tapped it to Harris.
You have to wait to find out who establishes possession. So that shot clock doesn't start until Denver gets possession of the tip. That's why there was a little bit of a delay.
Harris had more time than he thought.
Tobias Harris.
Horford just knocked down a three.
Al
With
Horford who gives
Embiid
it back
on
to
the
Harris.
bench. Philadelphia has been able to get on a run here. Here's Harris. He's been right in the middle of it. Jokic with the board. Jeremy Grant, the former Sixer. Played just a couple of games for the Sixers. Traded for Ersan Ilyasova.
Gary Harris makes it.
Harris knocks down the mid-range. 74-72. Denver went on a 14-4 run. Gave the Nuggets a 5-point lead. And then that 7-0 run, which was just snapped by Philadelphia. Horford again.
Horford for three, misses it. James Ennis with the follow through.
Wide open spaces.
Got to
for
box
James
out,
Ennis.
Denver.
And the putback is good. 4-point Sixer lead.
And you get those opportunities because of the spacing. Doing a better job with this
I do
lineup,
not have
and
it.
you don't have
Oh, what do you
Simmons
call it?
and
Tattoo
Embiid
of
out
thigh
on the
maker.
floor. It's
And
just
that
a
will
little
never
more
happen.
room with which to operate for the Sixers.
Here's Horford again. Another miss. Gets his own. Horford on the tape.
Oh, Horford with the jam. Denver's down 6.
But again, I go back to it.
2:15 left
when
in
you
the
space
third.
The floor and shoot those threes, offensive rebounding opportunities will present themselves. Last two possessions, Philly able to convert.
Approaching the 2-minute mark of this third quarter. Embiid.
Got 5 seconds left on the shot clock.
Check back in. Harris in traffic. Horford got a piece of that. That's a block shot for Big Al. Harris finds Horford. Gives it right back. Cross court. Thibault. Good ball movement here. Everybody getting their hands on it. And Horford in the slot.
Horford with a baby hook.
Al Horford coming alive here in this third quarter.
He has been really good for the Sixers, and they've done a better job defensively here against some of the second unit along with Jokic and Harris for the Nuggets.
13-2 run for Philadelphia. Horford has 9 in the quarter. What a big pickup he will be for Philadelphia, especially come playoff time. Nice lead by Jokic.
Craig with the lay-in.
Cutting to the basket with the layup.
Just a wonderful vision ability there by Jokic to make those late passes.
What a block by Grant. And another
Oh
block
my
foul.
goodness.
Grant got 2 there, but a foul on the jam attempt. Free throws coming for
Barney,
Philadelphia.
You talked about Horford struggling early, but he has seemed to right the ship here in the second half. Very active here with the little jump hook and also doing it defensively. But how about Grant here? Horford thought he had another easy layup and just
Foul was on
Grant
Craig.
with the terrific effort there defensively.
Grant called for the foul. Harris hit it out with the free throw.
Tobias
Al
misses the
Horford, a
first.
much deserved rest after a 9-point third quarter. Hey, you can tune into an all-new NBA Crunch Time. It's presented by Taco Bell. Tomorrow night,
Joel
7 Eastern,
Embiid
NBA
returns
TV,
to the game.
and in the NBA app. Philadelphia with a 6-point lead. Tobias Harris has had an excellent quarter. He has been a big part of their comeback after they got down 5, and now he's got
Makes the
18
second.
points. 1 out of 2 from the line on that trip for Tobias Harris. The headlines belong to Simmons and Embiid, rightly so. But
Theo
Harris
says, do they even make a
is
thigh maker jersey?
Great talent.
If they do,
for
I would
Philadelphia.
imagine they
Their top scorer
imagine only
this
trolling
season.
wearing that. Trolls wearing
Shot clock
that.
to 6.
Absolutely a
Gomez on the floor
kill.
with Plumlee. Boy, this is a bad looking possession, and it ends up as a turnover. Up ahead, Richardson. Now he'll back it out, left open, passes it up, and now he'll fire a 3. In and out it goes. Embiid saved it. Simmons recovers, and now a steal by Grant.
Jeremy Grant with the steal.
Ugly couple of possessions. Here's Craig now using
Craig with the
Plumlee
lay-in.
as the picker.
Dwayne says, thanks for rolling with us here at the Sports Movement Network. You're watching NBA basketball hosted by Troxel Sports Talk. Hit that thumbs up, tap the bell, and subscribe. Appreciate that, Dwayne.
Oh, Torrey Craig denies him. Premium defender in his own right, Torrey Craig.
This says Ben Simmons looks like he can get a triple-double.
Harris, no
absolutely.
Still
2 more rebounds with 3 assists and 3 points.
Inside Embiid, he's deep, a foul.
Oh my goodness! Embiid with an and one. On a circus behind the head lay-in.
I almost didn't think he would get it off. That foul there by Grant on the late reach-in. And Embiid living his best life.
That's when you just say, give me the H in horse. I'll take the H. And
misses the second.
Cap off the 3-point trip.
All right. That's the end of 3. 83-76. Philly leads. Dwayne says, Joel the truth. Nah, man, the truth is Paul Pierce. Joel the process, though. Dwayne says, I know I take that dude as a Piston any day. I don't know. I like Drummond, though. I know Joel kind of, quote unquote, with the finger quotes, owns Andre Drummond, but I don't know. I still rather have Andre over Embiid. Oh, absolutely, Dwayne. Man, you're like family to me, man. Come on now. You know, as I like to say, everyone that hits that subscribe button, they become a part of family. You know, that's why I do all these streams. Oh, absolutely, Dwayne.
Themselves back in it before the Sixers went on that 7-0 run in the quarter.
Well, after that technical by Michael Malone, Fred Brown had a chance to visit with Allie LaForce a moment ago. Let's listen in.
Coach, Denver came out and started that quarter scoring at will, a lot of open looks. How much do you blame the mental focus to start that quarter?
I mean, it was never an ideal way to start, for sure. I thought we responded when we came back out of the timeout. The guys played, but the start was a poor start.
The timeout was much needed. Then with Embiid on the bench, the team found its rhythm offensively. With him back in this fourth quarter, how do you create that perfect spacing and rhythm on offense?
I mean, you have to have movement on the pass. You got to have somebody
Embiid with
that's
basketball,
over.
backs it down.
And if there are defensive players that aren't looking,
Misses
you can have to
it.
slash some stuff on the
Porter
backside.
Jr. with the
We
rebound.
desperately don't want to get stuck in mud.
Brings it up the court.
It's good stuff there by Brett Brown. Michael Porter Jr. back on the floor, gets a big rebound. Now Porter goes up and misses.
Oh, he
He's
misses
missed a couple
it.
in this game.
Yeah, and it's honestly, it's a strength issue right now. Just the contact doing just enough to knock him off.
Turnover.
his rhythm.
By the way,
Will
Ali
Barton
also
brings it up.
letting us know that Jamal Murray will not
Gives
return
it
in
up
this
to
game as we begin this
Plumlee.
fourth quarter. Murray left in the first quarter with a trunk contusion, like around the side, rib, hip area of his left side, so he is out for the remainder. This is the fourth game of a Northeast road trip for Denver. Fourth game in 6 days. They've gone 1-2. Started with a win against the Knicks at Madison Square Garden. Back-to-back losses.
Embiid with the turnaround jumper.
Hits that jumper. One thing, Greg, you talked about how it gets so packed with Embiid on the floor, and Brett Brown just implores his team to space the floor. One of the residuals of that is how the opposition digs down on Embiid. He's got a lot of turnovers this year. Had 7 in his last game against Toronto, but with no room to operate for him, it turns into a lot of giveaways.
Yeah, I think Brett Brown, you've got some new pieces on this team, still trying to figure out that rotation and the right balance.
Michael Porter with the
Things that
rebound.
happen also when you have Simmons and Embiid in the game at the same time, and the game slows down. Porter, I tell you, he's a count off, but he
Sixers
is very
ball.
active. He's had his hands on a lot of balls here in this game, just has not been able to convert, and the Sixers will take possession.
Michael Porter playing in his
Sixers up
13th
7.
game.
85-78.
This is game number 22 for Denver. And Plumlee trying to jump the lane. Michael Malone trying to get
9:36
Porter
left in the
as
fourth.
much run as he can. He's right in that window of trying to get Porter time on the floor to get him used to the speed of the NBA. And then how much do you deal with some of the mistakes for a player who's missed a couple of seasons? Scott too strong on the three-pointer. Jeremy Grant got Embiid on him. Comes up short.
I appreciate that,
85-78.
AT.
Sixers have a lead here in this fourth quarter. Philadelphia and Denver on November 8th had a 19-point lead going into the fourth quarter. Nuggets came back to win that
Richardson
game
with the
on a
basketball.
Jokic game-winning shot with just over a second
Embiid.
left. No Ben Simmons in that game a month
To
ago.
Richardson for
Richardson
three. Makes the three.
Josh
It's a 10-point
Richardson
game.
Returning to the floor, missed 7 games. Hamstring injury. His first made basket since coming back.
And he gives them just a lot of toughness there. Barton, again, just so crafty in turning that corner. And you can see here, overextended defensively was Denver. Embiid with the right read, and Richardson delivers.
We'll go to the line.
So Will Barton on the foul by Richardson will go to the line. Barton, 15 first quarter points. He's sitting on 20. Still sitting.
Misses the first.
The NBA on TNT is brought to you by Burger King. Get the Rodeo Stacker King only at Burger King. And by Universal Pictures presents Black
Makes the
Christmas
second.
in theaters this Friday.
Will
1
Barton
out
with
of
21
2
points.
for Will Barton. 21 points for him. Had 20 against the Sixers a month ago in Denver. Second and final meeting of the year between these two contenders. Embiid with Plumlee on him. Shot clock at 6. This is going to be Embiid here. He'll fire it
Embiid
up.
misses
Open
it.
shot.
Rebounded by Porter Jr. Brings it up the court.
Yeah, that's what Brett Brown was talking about. Just everyone tends to stand and watch when Embiid gets the ball. Beasley able to get into the teeth of the defense there for a deuce.
Beasley with
Beasley averaging 6.5 a
rainbow
game.
shot.
His numbers are down as well. He was up over 11 last year. Embiid working on Plumlee now. Backs him down. Bullies his way in. Gives it up. Here's Scott for three. And Barton clears it away. Sixers are now 11 for 31 from behind the arc. Nice lead. Porter.
Oh, Porter Jr. with the jam.
Porter Jr. You called it, GA. He has been active. Finally gets one at the rim to go.
All right. Philly takes a timeout. 5-point game. .738 left in the fourth quarter. Denver has 3 timeouts, and the Sixers have 4. Shout out to the 25 of you guys in the building. Appreciate that. For those of you that just came in during commercials and copywritten music during the game, I have to mute it. But as soon as the game resumes, I resume the game audio. Hopefully we can get those likes up.
By Fruit of the Loom, what jumps out here at
The assist for Denver, 29 assists on 34 made field goals, but then the fast break points. You know, they got 11 steals in this game, but yet they're not able to turn those steals into live ball transition opportunities.
Philadelphia by 5.
Philadelphia leads 19 to 9.
A couple of threes here. He's on the floor guarding Powell. You got a couple of young players matching up against one another. Here's Simmons, 7 points. He sets up Thibault. Thibault has found his stroke from behind the arc here in the last couple of games. Harris can't get it to go, and a bouncing rebound for Jeremy Grant. Tobias Harris, 18 points. He scored 8 in the third quarter. After the Sixers trailed by 5, led by 5 at the half. Barton with the left hand.
Oh, Will Barton.
A foul, and Barton
with an
and one
3-point play. And generally, this is a great individual effort here by Barton, but offensively, Denver's ball movement, body movement, spacing, as good as anybody in our league. And they do a great job putting pressure on you defensively. They never allow you to load to the basketball. It's just a matter of their ability to convert. The one issue for them tonight, though, they just have not been able to make threes consistently. Only 7 makes on the 22 attempts.
Well, they're on an 8-0 run right now. Philadelphia's lead is down to 2. Shot clock to 7. Harris, one-on-one with Plumlee. Now gives it up. Thibault fires up.
Thibault for 3, and he hits it.
Oh, is he hot? Up over 44% now for the season from behind the arc. He's made 8 of his last 12. Going back to last 2 games. Got 3 tonight. Grant for an answer from 3. Yanks missed badly. Simmons on the move. Harris on his wing. He finds Mike Scott in the corner. Malik Beasley. Jokic and Gary Harris soon to be returning. Millsap will join him. 6 minutes to go in regulation. Philadelphia by 5. Beasley misses a 3, and Horford clears it away.
If you're Denver on the road, only down 5 here, and you're bringing your big guns back into the game.
And Grant fouls Harris. Well, Matisse Thybulle on a lead by Harris. He is comfortable shooting the 3 ball these days. He's wearing a microphone for us. Let's listen in.
That's right, baby. See it through, make it 3. See it 3, make it 3. He low-key practices it. Like when we messing around, he always shoots those no-look layups.
State Farm audio assist. Harris can't get the layup. He's just watching a player, Matisse Thybulle, that is starting to set down some roots now in the NBA as a rookie. Finally started. He didn't even play the last time these 2 teams matched up. That was a month ago.
Oh!
It's going to be a foul. Thybulle commits the foul, holding Paul Millsap. Millsap, speaking of the last time these 2 teams played with 11 stitches in his head. What do you think here, GA?
They had him for a hold. And what you can't see from that angle, and Scott Foster had a different angle, was he felt that the left arm of Thybulle was holding Millsap, didn't allow him to go for the basketball.
Approaching the 5-minute mark in a 5-point game.
Jokic with the basketball, passes it to Harris.
Jokic, Harris, Millsap back on the floor for this final 5.
Jokic.
Turnaround jumper.
Misses it, rebounded by
Tobias Harris. 6 rebounds now to go along with his 18 points.
Tobias for 3, misses it.
Thybulle flying high.
Thybulle with the rebound.
Checked. Second opportunity here for Philadelphia. Simmons gives it. Horford with Harris on him. They clear it out. Harris, little step back. Hey!
Oh! Al Horford.
In the first half, got it going in the third quarter. Scored 9 in the third quarter, and he keeps it going. On the tee. What a finish by Will Barton.
Will Barton.
Simmons after the make, flying down the floor.
Tobias Harris has basketball.
Jokic on Tobias Harris. One-on-one, they cleared out. Harris goes.
Oh, and he hits it.
On the Joker.
Great hesitation there, and did a terrific job.
All right, folks, we got an interesting game. 4 minutes left.
As he turned the corner.
Does Denver have an answer?
Jokic for 3. Hits the front of the rim.
Shooting numbers have been down for Jokic, especially from behind the arc this year. Shooting just 23%.
Timeout Sixers.
3:49
7-point game. I don't know, is it just me or is there so many commercials? Alright, as soon as we get through this little thing, we'll be right back to the game audio.
Philadelphia with the league's best home record, undefeated, one of 3 undefeated teams at home remaining. 12-0 in the final stretches here of this fourth period. Al Horford from 3.
Horford misses the 3. Barton with the rebound.
Down 7, under 3.5 to go.
Thibault in the game for Richardson, who's on a minutes restriction coming off that hamstring injury. And Matisse has also played terrifically here tonight for the Sixers.
Second consecutive game. Thibault will finish.
Gets it back to
with the starters.
Millsap hits the front of the rim.
End of a road trip for Denver. Their 4th game in 6 nights on the road.
Ben Simmons backs it down, gives it to Joel Embiid for 3, misses it.
Millsap, Horford comes in, ball is loose, and
Sixers ball.
Boy, Al Horford tonight shows you what a pro does. Can't buy a basket in the first half. Stuck with it though. Made an impact defensively. Finally made a basket in the third quarter, his first, and then went for 9 points. And he's been right in the middle of it all.
He just understands about playing time and score. You know, not
being with the basketball.
On your shot, understanding you can still help your team win the game.
Turns it over.
Bad turnover there by Embiid. Good defense by Jokic.
2:40 left in the fourth quarter, folks.
Puts the ball on the floor. First turnover in the quarter by the Sixers. Jokic, speaking of offense, has not scored in the fourth quarter. He's taken just 2 field goal attempts. It was Jokic who delivered the game winner November 8th against the Sixers in Denver. Jokic gives it up. Harris, a little floater. Jokic there for the follow. Embiid clears it away. Simmons and Embiid kick it across. Harris sprinting down and cannot save it. Oh,
what?
Save it. That was last.
Hold on.
Nugget.
That was close. That was a heck of a defensive effort there by Millsap to come up.
They got to challenge that.
They do reverse the car. I thought it went off of Harris.
I was about to say they got to reverse that.
Shoulder.
Now the officials come together and get the call right. Denver still breathing here, down 7, 2 minutes to go. Jokic has 11 assists in this game. Barton runs into a wall. Again, the mismatch, but picked up his dribble. Morris now with Harris on him. Nothing doing. Sixers are all over Denver. Shot clock at 2, and Harris draws the foul. Simmons got caught in the air.
Gary Harris goes to the line for 2.
Harris will go to the free throw line. Just 2 seconds on the shot clock.
Yeah, the pump fake gets him there, gets him to commit. And just a really smart play there by Harris when he didn't have anything offensively.
Points for Harris. Make it
makes the first.
Harris a 75% free throw shooter. He was 3 for 10 in Denver's
6-point game
in Brooklyn on Sunday. Couldn't buy a basket. Had just 9 points in that kind of year for Harris. Averaged 17
makes them both
points per
5-point game.
Just 2 years ago. Knocks 2 big free throws down. Now it's a 5-point Philadelphia lead with the ball.
Feed to Tobias. Horford back to
Jokic
Embiid.
on him. Millsap looming. A swipe down. Missed it. Leaves Horford open. Now Horford on the take. Gives it up. Embiid, a pump fake.
24-second violation.
No basket, shot clock violation. A defensive stand for Denver.
How about the defensive effort there? And again, they allowed Denver defensively to kind of load to the basketball. They're not worried about weak side. They commit to attacking that basketball and do a terrific job late in the shot clock to force the turnover.
The Denver Nuggets, a system.
Minute 20.
Embiid, look out. Oh, my goodness. Embiid comes crashing in. And any less of an athlete, and we're all gone.
Oh, my
we're
goodness.
all gone.
That freight train was coming right for us, partner.
My eyes.
Oh, yeah, you jumped up.
I was protecting you,
jumped
my
up. Is that what you were doing? Okay.
Oh, look at you. Are you ducking behind me?
Well, you know, I'm trying to make sure.
I'm telling you. The angle he took
It looked like he was
avoid
coming.
us, that little jab step right there as he takes a piece of the left shoulder of Tom Barbary, the world's greatest stats man.
Tom, I ain't seen you move that fast in years, partner.
Tom doesn't even flinch.
I didn't know you had that kind of lateral quickness.
Took the charge.
Tom, you showed some real lateral quickness there, big fella.
Can't
I like
shake
that.
the big boy off its moorings.
They got to get this area cleaned up. There was a lot of men running through here, and a lot of beverages were knocked over. You should have seen the young lady he ended up going into. She almost had a heart attack. You
I'm
can't
with her.
see
I
her
know
from
the
that. He
feeling.
literally went right in, and when he got up and walked away, she was.
I almost had
not
a heart
comfortable.
attack. I think Tom took a little bit of the heat away. So a little cleanup here. Beer down. That's a shame there. And that's probably the
You
biggest
hate to waste
casualty.
that, you know.
Well, thank you, Joel Embiid. Your God-given athletic ability just saved some lives over here. That was so impressive.
Well, let's
sidestep.
Reset, partner. We got 15 on the clock here. It's a two-possession
119.
game, so it's a big possession here. 1:18 to go for the Nuggets.
Each team with 2 timeouts. That's Barton on the take.
Oh, a turnover.
Hands on the way. Harris from Simmons. Nuggets get back well. Bible pass it up.
I tell you what, off a live ball turn, that's incredible to get back in transition and force Philly to play at a half court.
Under a minute to go. Shot clock at 6.
Oh my gosh, get the basketball.
On the ground. Bodies everywhere. Back tap by Simmons there. Great effort.
They reset the shot clock there. I didn't know. I don't think Denver ever got possession. Michael Malone was yelling and screaming at the officials there, but they did reset the shot clock.
Now Harris, a lot of dribbling here, looking for someone. Finds Horford, shot clock at 2.
Horford
And Jokic
misses
with the
it.
Rebound. Timeout, Michael Malone and the Nuggets, and he's asking about the shot clock, wondering why it was reset.
All right, there's a timeout. Appreciate the 30 of you in the building. Let's get those likes up. Help this stream get out there. What's going on, Art? Welcome back. If you guys like basketball and football, hit that subscribe button. Click that notification bell. Set it to all so you get notified as soon as I go live. Which is literally every day. Those of you that are new in the building, as soon as the game resumes, I resume the audio, but I have to mute it for the commercials and the copywritten music. Alrighty.
The
And
official
we're back.
source for all NBA tickets, including interactive theme nights and personalized flex passes. You can
27.4
start your search
seconds.
Now at NBAtickets.com.
Denver down
Tickets are
5.
Always authentic and always available. 27.4 remaining. And Denver with the ball and down 5 points.
What's going on, Arletta?
Need 3 here, but you
Hopefully I
do
said
need
your
to
name
get a
right.
good look at something going to the rim.
Finally gets it in. Thibault got a piece of that. Here's
Jokic.
Jokic with Embiid on him.
And he
scores
hits
the
it.
2. And a one-possession game. Shot clock is off. Nikola Jokic.
18.9.
With a layup at the rim. Timeout on the floor. Just under 19 to go in regulation.
Really? We're back to another commercial? As soon as the game resumes, I resume the audio. But for commercials and copyright music, I gotta mute the audio. We should be back here shortly with the game audio back on. All right, we're back.
His first of the fourth quarter, and this layup, GA, the first field goal for the Nuggets in a span of just over 4 minutes of the game clock.
Yeah, they have had their struggles here down the stretch. Their defense has kept them in the game, but now you're going to have Jokic. Jokic is on the bench.
What's going on, Fishing Essential? What's going on, Chris?
Inbound, and you got to get a quick foul or steal here.
And Embiid draws the foul. Joel Embiid, good free throw shooter, gets there a lot. 81% free thrower this year. He's made 4 out of 5.
Well, his first to last 2, so they're going to have to foul again here.
Good catch. 16.9 remaining. And it's Embiid again, and now free throws coming for Embiid.
All right, Embiid to the free throw line.
That was close to a steal there for Denver. And Jokic will check back in for the Nuggets.
Embiid a chance to make it a 2-possession game.
Shout out to the 35 of you guys. Hopefully you guys can hit the thumbs up. Let's get this stream out.
Each team with 1 timeout remaining as Embiid calmly knocks down the free throw. 96-92, 2-possession game. Back on the floor comes Jokic. Nuggets lose Jamal Murray in the first quarter of this game. There'll be some anxious hours after this game and leading up to their next game. They have 5 at home coming up, all against sub-500 teams, with Murray leaving with a trunk contusion. 2 big free throws by Joel Embiid. 22 points tonight. Nuggets got to go quickly now. 5-point game. Barton puts up a 3.
Barton misses it.
Ticks. And no foul called. No foul given. Embiid will dribble.
And that is it.
And the Philadelphia 76ers go to 13-0 on their home floor. And to
13-0 at home.
Most consecutive home wins to start a season since the 66-67 season.
Wow, that is crazy. Shout out to the Sixers on that. That's an impressive stat.
It was the process who had the last laugh here in Philadelphia.
Yeah, this was
losing Gary,
or
losing
in the league, and it turned out to be just that.
Jamal Murray hurt the Nuggets today.
Down the stretch.
Hopefully he's okay.
97-92, 5-point.
And be day to day.
Philadelphia win. And Ali LaForce standing by with Joel Embiid. Allie.
Hey, Joel, take me back to the first meeting between these two teams when Denver trailed by as many as 19. They came back and won it. It looked similar this game. What was the difference, and how did you come away with the win?
Just taking care of the ball, and I thought our defense was great the whole game, and we just had to keep getting stops.
It was difficult to score against Nikola in the first matchup. It was different this time. How did you navigate this Denver defense?
He's a great player. I'm a big fan. We got to win tonight. That's all I care about.
In the moment you shared with Nikola after the game, what did you guys talk about?
I just told him to keep being himself and, just keep doing what he's doing.
Congrats on the win, Joel. Appreciate it.
All right, that was Joel Embiid.
Goes for 20.
Alrighty, everyone. Appreciate you guys all for rocking with me for the Nuggets and Sixers. I should be on tomorrow for the Pelicans and Milwaukee Bucks. And definitely subscribe to Amy Amor. She'll be doing the Clippers and Raptors. Kawhi Leonard's first game back in Toronto. Shout out to Arthur, Gridiron Blitz, Fish and Essential, Chris, Aroletta, AT, Mr. Akil, 2K Plays, and everyone else that joined us. Appreciate you guys. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Definitely check out the description below. I got the link for the Sports Movement Network's Discord and also the merchandise store. All right, you guys have a blessed night. Have a nice night. Troxel Sports Talk is out. Peace.